So we've taken a look at the ribbon, and now what I'd like to do is have a look around the rest of Excel and some other pieces that are necessary to understand. And so let's have a look. So basically here is this little spot right here, right under the ribbon, is will give you the name of the cell or the address of the cell by clicking on whatever cell you decide to click. And so you see this is A4 because that is where A meets 4. And this is D5 because that is where the column D meets the row 5, and so on. Okay, this is the formula box, and so when we insert a formula, or if you insert anything in a cell, it will be displayed up here. Okay, you can see here, as we've referenced already, we have columns that are labeled with letters and rows that are labeled with numbers. Over here you see the names of the worksheets that are put together in this Excel workbook. Here is the Insert Worksheet button, so if you want to create a new worksheet, very quick and easy there. This particular button can be dragged to increase the navigation tool, and so these arrows will move you through the navigation of a cell, or of a worksheet, excuse me, or you can just drag it to the right or left. Remember, it's good to remember you can move this because when you start getting more worksheets, it's nice to be able to get this out of your way. Okay, and this is kind of nice right here. This is a zoom feature. So you can zoom way out and everything's really tiny, or you can zoom way in. And that is better for my eyes as I get older. I enjoy being able to zoom in. So remember that tool there. So that's a slider bar or the minus or plus sign. Okay, and then of course you've got navigation here on the side as we did on the bottom. Okay, another nice thing that you won't be able to see here because I don't have data is that, and I tell you what, I'll just enter something really quick. Okay, what is nice about Excel is if I highlight a group of an amount of data there, you can see here at the bottom that it will average it for you. It will count how many cells I've selected, and it will give me the sum of those numbers. And that is all by just selecting it, and that's what I did. I just clicked and I dragged and I selected all of those cells, and now I get the data. So if I just wanted a couple of those, same thing. It gives me the average, the count, the sum. The other thing we have here, this tool here, is you can change the layout, and I believe that's the print layout view, or they call it the page layout, but that will show you what's on each page if you were to print it. So it's kind of nice. So you can scroll down and it'll show you the next page, or you can scroll over and see these other pages here. Okay, and then this, I'm sorry, is the page break preview. It's sort of like a print. So it'll show you, and I don't have a lot of data here, so it won't show you very many breaks here, but that's kind of how it breaks down to show you how it will look if you do print. Okay. One other thing here, and we'll talk later about it, is if you want to split the panes and use basically help yourself stay organized as you're scrolling across a large worksheet, this little button right here, and you can see as I mouse over it, the cursor changes. I can drag that down. I can do the same thing over here for a vertical breakup, and now I don't have 4 separate windows, but I do have some things at my disposal here that you can see they move independently. So especially if you have names or something over here that you don't want to lose sight of as you're moving through, That's a good thing to remember. So that's the way to split the panes, and those will stay even after you save the document. So you need to remember how to move that back and get it out of your way if you don't like it. The very last thing I do want to show you is this right here. If you click on this button, you can, I don't know if you can tell from the video, but everything turns sort of a blue color. What that means is, and I'm going to unclick it, that means that I have selected the entire worksheet. And that is going to come in handy if you want to change a bunch of things at once. If you want to change everything in a worksheet at once, this is the button you need to click. And then just to unselect that, you just click here anywhere in the white. Okay, that's about all we needed to talk about.